Okay, here we go. Let's see. Oh, first, hello.
Hi, America.
Welcome to.
Angel Noise.
Is that great? See how that works? When it's very easy to tell who is who. Because she's the angel and beautiful, and me, I'm what I am.
I think you should wear your hat one day.
My hat, my pointy hat? I got that one over there. That one fits really good. That just drops right on, lays
when
back
we do
down.
a Halloween episode, you should do it.
No, I can do it. I'm happy to do it to you. But the one, I never wear my stuff on Halloween.
Why?
Because it ain't a costume. It's serious business when I wear it.
Sorry.
This is like Santa Claus. You ever see the movie Miracle on 34th Street?
No.
Well, he said if the other guy was wearing this outfit, that would be different. It wouldn't be right. But he's Santa Claus. You know, I'm the wizard. So
Okay.
I don't ever wear my stuff on Halloween. Just because I don't want these kids to think I'm... This is 23:45. We bought ourselves 45 seconds with a Julia Tensil part 4 this week. What is she doing this week?
No, you can't read your own chicken scratch.
I can't. I gotta put glasses on.
You're gonna pretend that glasses are gonna make that more legible.
Working
And get right in. Right
with
in.
our...
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Mix it.
Working with our hands. And the wine is really taking hold. This was so much fun to do. You know, it's funny to look at it now because it's so incredibly simple. But this was 1974. Nobody was doing this stuff. And we had so much fun. You know, it's just... Hello. How's things?
It's the dog.
Our dog is our audience, besides you wonderful people.
Oh, you're gonna come over and
You
say
gonna come
hi?
in? Yeah, come in. You can come in. He says, I can't, Daddy. You got your feet in the way. I don't think anybody can see you, son. You want to come up here so they can see you? Can you? You want to come up? You can do it. Come on. Attaboy.
There
Good
we go.
dog.
Hi, honey.
See? See all the people in New York City?
Say hi,
No,
honey.
huh? What a dog.
Aw. He's like, I want love.
No, he's a great dog. No, he wants something. What do you want? You've already been OUT. But you can't come up any higher. Where are you trying to go? You're up as far as you can go. You nerd. You're trying to be on TV. You're making this a
Like I
pet
wanna
show,
be-
huh? This is a
wanna be
Peter Possible.
famous.
Yeah, he's. Oh, you trying to hide? Trying to get down? Okay, you probably better get down. We got to do our show now. Where are you trying to go?
Aw, he's like, I want to be
Are
there.
you embarrassed? Be on TV? There's lots of people looking at you now.
Actually, they're looking at your back.
Yeah, right
Maybe you
again.
should
This
turn
is
around
his.
and say
Yeah.
hello.
You want to look at the people over there? He says, "No, Daddy. Just pet my head. I'm leaving." Oh, you're just a
Okay.
typical dog, you know.
Bye-bye.
He don't like the thunder either. Boy, he comes right under that couch. Goes right under my feet. Good. You lay down for a while because we're gonna finish the show, okay? I know you could care less. See that?
It's like,
How
whatever.
smart could they be? There are some times when I am convinced
What?
that they really understand everything we say.
I'm sure they do.
Okay, I don't know. What were you gonna say?
Today is one of my cat's birthdays.
Really?
Yeah.
Did they get a little something?
No.
Oh,
She'll get extra food tonight, Callie. So I said, "Happy birthday, Callie!" And she looked at me and she sat all prim and proper and she tilted her head and she's like, "Meow." Like, yeah, and where's my gift?
Yeah, right. Where's my? Do I get a cupcake or at least something? You know, with icing
I don't
on
give
it.
him anything.
Wow. So.
I do give them extra food though, like on holidays, so they have an extra little bit of feast
Oh, really?
for
Oh,
like
that's good for
Thanksgiving,
you.
Christmas.
Well, this is pretty much the end of September now, and
And it's still hot out.
excuse me. Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Hot.
But well, it's probably better. I don't know. You know, I mean, the weather and all that. We're getting closer to the election. I haven't had a chance to since the last show to get you the bullet points for the teaching, but I'll definitely look into it. Try and have it to you for some time. You know, so we can talk about it before the election.
Before the election, yeah.
You know, to make that point for whatever that is worth. Well, so what do you want to talk about? This is so unusual.
I got nothing really. I don't have a lot of activity in my life anymore because
Really?
I work from home. So
Oh yes, you don't have all those questions from the kids.
yeah,
Like, what do I do when mommy
And-
beats up daddy?
I have my nephew. I watched my niece and nephew earlier or at the end of August when Isaac came through and
Mhm.
they canceled school in the area
Oh, wow.
because we might get hit.
That's right, and we didn't get it.
No. I was like, I've experienced like thunderstorms worse than this at 3 o'clock every day.
Right.
So I watched them for 24 hours. So I had them from Sunday night to Monday evening.
Just like having a child.
2 of them,
Two of them.
actually, yeah, and they were actually very well behaved for me.
Really?
Like remarkably, I have high. I should say I'm not going to keep these high expectations for them, but they
Right.
have set high expectations
Well,
because they're so well behaved.
Okay, and it does it follow them when they're with other people, or is it only when they're with you? Oh, you don't know.
Let me answer that question
Carefully.
by saying that when they're with their parents,
Right.
it's not there.
Okay. See, but you've taught them, and around you, that's how they are.
Yeah, and-
How many times have we stressed that? That's one thing about this show. We've talked a lot about parenting, a lot about education, and
lot
yeah,
about
I've done
politics.
a lot about politics. But with the things that we have said about parenting and education have been good things. They've been solid things. We focus on parenting in the sense that because that is the path where almost everything leads from.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's just it's you know.
It's but they were also. My sister asked my sister what time is their usual bedtime, and she says, "Oh, they'll be in. You know, they go to bed about 9:30." And I'm like, "Okay." So 9 o'clock rolls around, and they're still wide awake.
Right.
And I knew that they would kind of be.
Reluctant.
They would be up.
Right.
I knew that they would be more awake because they're in a new environment and
Right.
they're staying
Sure.
over at a new place.
Right.
So 9 o'clock rolls around, they're wide awake. 9:30 rolls around, they're wide awake. I'm tired, and I'm like, well, not that I was going to go to bed, but we were doing some stuff with Legos and a potato head and like
Right,
you
right,
know.
right.
And I
Kid
said,
stuff.
yeah. And so I said, why don't we turn on a movie, you know, just
Right.
to relax them and calm them down and you know, pacify them, which
Right.
is what my sister does. But they do that from the time they come into the house until it's
Oh yes,
bedtime,
that's no
yeah.
good.
So I turned on.
You turned out to be a good parent, huh?
Yeah, they picked out a movie, and we put it on. Hercules. I picked out Hercules. I wanted to watch Hercules because they picked out.
The Disney Hercules.
Yeah, they.
That's great. James Wood is great in that.
My nephew picked up. He picked out Tarzan, and my niece picked out Cinderella, and I was like, I can't watch either one of those.
Right.
No, she picked out Peter Pan, and I'm like, I can't watch either one of those. Right now, let's watch Hercules. And so the three of us sat on the couch, and they stayed up until the movie was over, ended at like 11 o'clock at night, and they
Right.
were still awake, but
Right.
my niece, who's 4, looks at me and says, she gets up at the end of the movie and she yawns and she says, I'm really tired, I'm going to go to bed. And she walked into the bedroom that she was sleeping in. And I was like, okay. And then my nephew, who's 7, goes, me too, I'm going to go to sleep too. So, okay. And he
Great,
walked right
see?
into the bedroom, and I put a little night light on, turned the light off, and closed the door because I didn't want any cats walking in there and scaring them in the middle
Right.
of the night. So, closed the door, and they slept until 8 o'clock in the morning.
See, that's great, and,
So-
and maybe it's better to do that rather than force a kid to go to bed when he's still awake.
Well, I think it's if like during the school day, my nephew has to be at the bus stop by 6:50 in the morning.
Right.
So he needs to be up by 6 o'clock.
Right.
Well, if he has to be up at 6 o'clock, then yeah, he should be going to bed at 9 o'clock.
Gotcha.
But you have to wear them out to go to bed at 9 o'clock.
Right. Gotcha.
You know, that's the other thing is you can't just sit them in front of a TV.
Because they're not doing anything.
Yeah.
They're not outside playing. We were
So-
never in the house.
I wear them when I have my nephew after school. He reads for 20 minutes every day. After that, he works on his homework. If he doesn't have any homework, then he works on a book, workbook, a couple workbooks that I got him, and then and he gets to really pick. He sets his own goals.
Right.
You know, I'll say, how much do you want to work on, or how far? And he'll say, I want to work to page 65. And I'll look, and if he's on page 60 and he says 65, I'm like, oh, I think you can handle more than that. And he'll say, okay, 75. You know, like.
Okay.
So he sets his own goals for the most part, and then he does his thing, and then after he does that, I'll let him play some Xbox games, and he only
Right.
gets to play 2.
Right.
One is Fruit Ninja, and the other one is this Kung Fu demo game that is on there. And all he does is like run in place and jump around and move his arms. Talk about energy, you like. And my sister's like, he's always so tired when he comes home from. I'm like, yeah, like, because I wear him out and I make sure
Right.
of that. So, and he's not allowed to watch TV after school at my house at all.
Really?
Yeah, he
Oh,
can
you are
have-
brutal.
I'm like, I only have him for 3.5 hours.
All right.
And I'm not going to let him spend 2 of those watching
TV.
TV, yeah. Not when I know he's going to walk into his house, take his shoes off, and turn on the TV.
Oh, yeah, so he'll get it then. So
Yeah.
he'll still get his...
He'll still get it then.
See, Fox News.
They don't have live TV. It's on Netflix. It drives me nuts.
Oh, can I share with you? One of the places that I work, I guess I can
place.
say that. One of the place I work. Well, I work here too, you know, but I mean, I've been knocking down fanatic cards. Okay, so I have a show that's on Netflix that I absolutely love. It's a British mystery called Midsummer Murders. And it's just a little town, and they have at least 3 murders a week every episode. There'd be nobody left in this community. I mean, after 1 year, okay? I mean, they're all gone. But it's only a movie, so they carry on. Well, it's an old British show, and it used to be on Wednesday nights, I have learned. And it's in reruns now. And I've started playing with my British guests. And, you know, and I tell them, and then when they leave, I say, make sure you watch Midsummer Murders. Oh, they just sparkle, because that's a British TV show, and I'm talking to them about a British TV show. They get the biggest kick out of it, and so do I. It's great. And we talk. The star of this show is called John Nettles. His name is John Nettles, and he plays Barnaby, Tom Barnaby, and he's the chief inspector. And he can talk without moving his lips, so you can't know what the heck he's saying. He just talks like that, right? And as I keep saying, and that's what I always ask. I said, how does he talk without moving his lips? And they all tell me, that's an English thing, you know. But so, you know, I know this is a little. But if you get Netflix, watch Midsummer Murders. You think Columbo is good? Columbo is a great American detective. Tom Barnaby and D.S. Jones, Detective Sergeant Jones, or Detective Sergeants Troy or Scott, because they changed. You'll just enjoy it. They're good. They're fine mysteries. They're interesting shows. And you want to know let's talk about something. I'm excuse me. I'm an older person.
Really?
We live in the world.
You didn't notice.
You're very kind.
I try.
We live in the world of teeny bopper heaven, and it's really starting to change. Praise the Lord, because that pendulum swang too far that way. And you get all these little girls running around half naked, being called singers and actresses, and they're the gods. They're not. All they are is little flesh pots being programmed around, okay? And so, and if you're, you know, it sounds bad. I don't want to say it like that. But let's put it this way. When you have experience really singing and performing and stuff like that, and you see that kind of thing, it's a little disheartening, okay? And we have a culture that worships youth for some reason, which I don't understand. I mean, youth is nice, but let me tell you something. Once you get out of youth, you don't ever want to go back to it because of all the garbage you went through when you was young.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Once you're on the other side of that stuff, you find out the real dope that they've been hiding from you is when you get older, you're an adult, and you can really live. You can do stuff, you know, I mean, and it's... So anyway, all of our TV shows are focused, and it's really getting better. Let me say, it's not as bad as it used to be. Everybody focused on that. Well, I'm making my point that I got music that's been good for 35 years, and I'm trying to sell it, all right?
Okay.
And I look around, and I see Susan Boyle, the lady from England, who great singer, old woman. The Beach Boys, 50 years around, they just had a hit, a new hit. Okay, so what? And the point that I'm trying to make is one of the things that's nice about Midsummer Murders is it's adults. You know what I mean? It's not, and not just adults. Heaven forbid, even seniors sometimes. Whoa, you know what I'm saying? And it's refreshing, because you know, it's enough is enough. You know what I mean? You got when you look. I mean. And God bless the kids, they can have all that stuff. I mean, they got the Disney Channel and all that other garbage on there. And so it was nice. So anyway, so that's why I fell in love with Midsummer Murders. And I got to tell you something, it never even dawned on me. Till one day I was talking about it with Tina, and it dawned on me, oh, these are all old people on the show. You know what I mean? Because, and I tell people I'm an old guy. And, sometimes they believe me, sometimes they don't. But I'm not. Anybody that's ever seen me knows. I mean, I just look at those pictures. That's why I was young then. And that one from Columbia Records is, I'll show you which one I mean. It's about 15 minutes into the show. I'll try and find one. This is a Columbia Records photo press release for when I had my record with Columbia called All the Joy under an assumed name. And they wanted me to do more. They wanted me to write songs for movie themes. They wanted me to do an album.
Why didn't you?
What's that?
Why didn't you?
Because the some of the people that were directing me didn't realize what an opportunity it was, what it could have been turned into. They were very focused in this direction, and they didn't pick up on what another opportunity. And they didn't realize, because of what they wanted over here, that what this was offering could get you that. Okay, so they just didn't see it. And of course, I was 18, so I mean, I'm doing what I'm told, pretty much, basically. Pardon me. But so and it's funny. That's basically what I want to do. I just want to go back, career interruptus, or whatever they say. I ended it myself. I went into television. I got out of the music and everything. But then I've always used my music on TV, and I'm looking for an agent. I'm going to start to look for an agent, or really, what I want is a lawyer. A good show business attorney could make me rich, because I already had my catalog made and ready. I've got songs that are time tested over 30 years. They were great. I see, you can't say that. That's why an artist can represent himself. I can't walk into you and tell you I'm great. This guy can. He can come in and praise me, but I can't praise myself. It doesn't sound right. It's not, and nobody believes you because you're the artist. Of course you think it's great, la-di-da. They've been down this road before 100 times, right? If Bob Dylan hadn't met Albert Grossman, you wouldn't know who Bob Dylan was, because nobody else would have given him a shot. Okay, but he believed in him, and then he packaged what he did in such a way that those people that liked what he did could find him. Well, that's what I need. I need an attorney that has enough connections to be able to make that phone call and say, listen, this kid's great. He's got, and I don't care about singing the music myself anymore. I always wanted to, but as the songwriter, it's cool to have other people do your music. So I'm finally at that point that I've got, my new dream is not world tour, it's direct deposit.
That's a good one.
Yeah, but it's
like
true.
Because, I like that, direct deposit.
Yeah, direct deposit, because, I mean, I get royalties from ASCAP now. I just don't get enough royalties from ASCAP now. And when you listen, that's another thing that blows me away. And I'll give you the CD. You'll probably never listen to it, but I'm going to give you the CD anyway when I get it. The movie, it's a DVD. Sit down with your buddy and watch it. Maybe you'll enjoy it, okay? But the bottom line is, and it's a very simple, it's a one-camera thing. It's, very, very simple. But, gosh, some of the songs are really, they're nice. They're inspirational. They're, they're pretty. Some of them are, street songs. Upbeat, loud, boisterous, and all that stuff. But, so anyway, and I guess that all plays. What I was really talking about was age more than anything else. But so we'll see.
Just want to make your millions now.
Well, and one
or
of the good
thousands.
Yeah, or the thing that's nice about it is to have the catalog already ready. So if I can find the right attorney who has the right connections, he can connect me with a publisher for a couple mil, 2.5 mil up front against my royalties, and I can hand him 170 songs. Okay, if he sells 2 of them, he makes his money back. And the ratio, and if anybody, if listen, when I was younger, I had managers, arrangers, agents, lawyers, everything, and everything was going fine. It was me that pulled out. Okay, I pulled out. They were ready to go to the coast and everything else, and I just was, and
Well, I'm glad that you made those decisions, because then here you are with me.
Yeah, see, we're doing our show and everything else, and I had, and if it had happened then, I'd be dead now.
Probably.
Absolutely, because I know how I am. I know how I was then.
And now you know who you are
I
now.
now know. Yeah, and now, but the point I was trying to make about the 2.5 is, I've got a Broadway show, 8th Street, complete with a Broadway musical about Greenwich Village in the 60s. You know what New York would do for a show play like? They would eat that up. New York loves plays about New York. Okay? And this is, why do you think Hair happened? Because they just, anyway. So I got 8th Street, so there's a Broadway play. I've got all of these other songs that can be sung by other individuals. I'm happy to give up a percentage. So they're not dealing with some numbskull that says, no, it's all mine now. No, I'm happy to do it because at this age, 2.5 is enough. So what do I care? Really. So whoever signs with me,
2.5.
yeah. So whoever, if I can find the right attorney who will have a little faith in me and the right connections, because the fact of the matter is, I have music that will sell. I have music that has been good for 30 years. Okay. Now, all it's got to do is find the other people that like it, and it will sell. And that's all cut and dried business. That's just, you market it, you sell it. That's why they put up these little girls that run around, and they know that the pubescent little boys and other little girls will buy that crap enough to make back their money and a lot of money more. And it's not even talent. It has nothing to do with that. It's all ratios. I'm going to put out this much product. I'm going to sell this much product. I'm going to make this much money. It's not even show business almost. It's really, I know that sounds very cynical, but it's a fact of life. What did Colonel Parker do? He was the first one that realized he had people join the fan club for $5 a piece. Okay? And then what he did with that $5 was buy Elvis's records and send them to the fan clubs. He had $1 million seller record every time the records came out just from the fan club. Okay? Now, you could say that was him buying his own product, but he wasn't using his own money, he was using the fan club's money. But the fact of the matter was a lot of people snapped to the fact that if you have a good enough organization, you can have a hit record. You know what I mean? You don't need anybody. You don't need the radio, you don't need the TV. And nowadays, once somebody in radio or TV knows that you're backing that talent, those doors open up because they're constantly looking. We go through someday we got to talk about that. We go through human beings. Show business is a heartless, ruthless thing, and that's why. And you see people come up, they do great in a movie, and you never see them again, because I'm a producer. I know why. They have no idea. They think they've got a great shot. Now they're going to have a great career, but that's not what's happening. I'm a producer. I'm looking for a specific thing. If you got it, I hire you, and you might get the greatest exposure at all, but very few of you are going to be used again. Okay, you filled a one-time position, and that's why it's so. Let me just check. We're at 23:03, so we have, a little bit of time left. But anyway, and we should talk about that someday. To give these kids a heads up, because show business, the people that survive in show business, technicians. They keep working. The guys that are engineers in the record studio and recording, they keep working. The people come and go. That's why you hear about all these one-hit wonders. They have one song that appealed to an audience for this period of time. Now, and the ones that really make the money on music are the authors, are the writers. We're the ones that make the dough. So even little old me gets a royalty check. It's not big enough. I need a better attorney. Oh, we have to go.
Do something good every day and volunteer at your local animal shelter.
Here she is, Julia Tensil, the Crocked Cook, in episode 4. Working with your hands. And be careful about how much wine you drink.
We forgot the garnishes. We had them sparingly. Sparingly. Oh, you didn't see what I put in? Green, orange, and white. These are really shells of the egg. That's another secret. Didn't think I would remember, did you? gonna mix this stuff now. Oh, supposed to use a spoon, but I don't have a spoon. We do have a screwdriver. Screw around. Didn't know what I meant, did you? I have a headache. Like I showed you, you hold the pot close to your heart. I always hold it close to my heart. And we mix. Some things are tougher to mix than others. Personally, I like to mix it my own way. It's really terrible with a screwdriver. What I like to do is to pull up my pants. Excuse me. Forgotten, I think it's my belly. I've been gaining a little weight. Anyway, we're gonna mix this. I like to use my hands clean. My hands are clean. And get right in. Get right in and feel it. Mix it with your hands. It's wonderful. I mix it with my hands. Oh, sensuous. God, no one knows anything about cooking until they've used their hands. Guess I shouldn't do this on camera. We had the sherry, right? We mixed it. I guess we should cook it now. What do you think? My stomach fell out. Preheat. We've had our oven preheated. Now we're going to put it in the oven. For those of you who haven't put these things in the oven before, I'll show you how. We should pay attention now. It's in the first lesson. Putting things in the oven. Watch. See that? Secret. These are buns I made last week. It's a wonderful show. What you should do is have a clean kitchen. Except for fresh meat. Excuse me? Clean kitchen. Gonna cut these buns up and serve them up. Shit, there's a lot of mess down here. Clean kitchen. What we're gonna do is cut it up. We do not use a screwdriver. Use a Bowie knife where the damn thing is. There's a goddamn Bowie